Even though you are great, do not be afraid to be open for help. Financial help. Don't say I'm divine, my supply comes from heaven. Yes sir, there are times you just have to be honest. Please help me. I'm in a phase in my spiritual walk. I am still in the school of the spirit and I am not ashamed. There are many people who are sick. They secretly go and swallow drugs and come out and say, for 5 years I've not taken any drug, because they are conscious of being a lion. Doctors are not a cost to the faith life. They are a system of God's mercy. If you are sick, release your faith. You release your faith and it looks like things are not happening the way you want. Please don't wait until your health deteriorates and you die. Be honest enough to go to the hospital while still in the school of the spirit. God's ultimate is that we become fortified to a point that there may not be need for those things. But whilst you are on that journey, take advantage of the supplies that cater for your humanity. There are people today who have died the death of fools. Identifying and admitting their humanity would have saved them trouble.
This is reality. Yeah.
Witnesses.
This is reality.
Witnesses are not spirits of God. They are men. It is just that they are of God. There are people today who, in a bid to show the excellency of spirituality, have destroyed themselves. Can I tell you this? I'm not endorsing carelessness, but the body of Christ must be careful with this godlike expectation they have over men of God and leaders. Great men are men. The greatest and the best of us is still a man. There is, and I can tell you where that mistake came from. It came from us men of God. In a bid to show the excellency of the power of God, we feel ashamed of our humanity to our peril.
This is 100% truth.
If only you opened up your heart and let people know you needed help, you will be surprised how many people will be willing to help you. But when you let people know that you are God, you have so close a relationship with him, they will leave you there and you get punished for not being trained using this third phase. Again, the lion, royalty and power. Then a call to service, the calf. But men will use you and strangle you. I told you here that a man of God, a father of faith in Enugu, he called me to his office after his conference and he said, Apostle, please be careful. Africans kill their prophets. He's not being sarcastic. He's saying once people identify the grace of God upon your life, they will suck you dry. Suck you dry. There are many people who are backsliding today because of ministry. They didn't have time for study again. 30 invitations in 1 week, and you keep working for God and stop working with God. It is okay that when people call you and say, what are you doing now? Are you praying or studying? No, I'm resting. What are you doing? I'm just having time with my family. Don't you love the kingdom again? Shut your phone from those ignorant talk and focus on what God is giving you grace to do. Many great people today focused on building things and they left their family. They left the things that matter. Can I tell you this? I have learned by experience that only 3 things really matter in this life when all the stakes are down. Number 1, your relationship with God. Number 2, family. Number 3, your assignment. End of discussion. There is nothing else that is worth dying for. Listen carefully. Your humanity was captured in the throne room. You can be tired. There are times you will need help. Yes, you are a man of faith. No matter how, even if a nurse and a midwife, no matter how professional she is, when it is time for her to give birth, she will need another midwife to also help her. Be careful when you reject the ministry of men. Accept and admit that you are human. Are we together now? There are many people today who cannot pay their rent. There are many people, I'm not teaching laziness, but I'm saying many people's breakthrough would come cheaply if only they would open up their hearts to say they are men. How are you feeling today? Great and excellent. Why are you crying? Oh, don't worry. This is the day the Lord has made. It's all right. You are speaking faith. But when you are with someone who can help you, what is happening? Look, I had a quarrel with my wife this morning. Can we stand in faith and agree? Ah, man of God, you wrote 5 books on marriage and this is what is happening. No. 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 Listen, I'm not saying this to be sarcastic. You have to be very careful. Otherwise, men will push you to a point where your life will become a disaster. Listen to my teaching, why revivals die. There is only one reason why revivals die: the humanity of men. Jesus wept. Jesus was hungry.
Speak to me, sir. Speak to me. Wow.
There is a godlike expectation that people bring on leaders, and it's wonderful. We must rise to points where our lives are models enough, but we must be careful in the midst of that.